Today I'll tell you how to start out with traditional Korean anti-aging skincare without breaking the bank. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Odile and I work as an art director in the beauty industry in Korea. On this channel, I use my professional experience to bring you informative content on Korean beauty trends and history. So if you'd like to take your K-beauty knowledge to the next level, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. This video is the second part of a mini-series on traditional Korean skincare. In the first part of this mini-series, I talked about the characteristics of Hanbang skincare, a branch of Korean skincare based on the principles of traditional Korean medicine. In this second part, I'll introduce you to the best entry-level Hanbang skincare brands. I'm not sure if you noticed, but Hanbang skincare tends to be a little more expensive than your regular skincare. I'm not gonna lie to you, part of the reason is absolutely due to brand positioning, meaning that most of these brands are expensive because they want to be perceived as premium. However, I think it's also important to recognize that there are some additional factors that contribute to the cost of these products. Just to mention a few. 1. Additional R&D costs. The formulation of these products requires a collaborative effort between traditional Korean medicine specialists and cosmetic chemists, which means that a brand that wants to produce Hanbang products the authentic way has to establish a dedicated research team. 2. Additional testing costs. Even though Hanbang skincare is based on traditional Korean medicine, the efficacy of these remedies is evaluated using modern scientific standards. This can be quite costly if a certain remedy has never been researched before from a modern scientific perspective. Imagine having to pay a team of 100 people to research a formula from scratch until they find that one remedy that lives up to expectations. 3. Expensive raw materials. Many ingredients used in traditional Korean medicine are originally very pricey. This is mostly due to the scarcity of some ingredients, few suppliers, and elaborate processing methods. 4. Additional marketing costs. This could be custom packaging or a particular fragrance based on traditional culture, you name it. All these factors contribute to the final price of a Hanbang skincare product. Today, however, I want to introduce you to some high-quality entry-level Hanbang skincare brands. These brands are great if you're on a budget or if you've never tried Hanbang skincare before and you're not sure if it's really worth the investment. First, I want to start with two brands owned by the LG Group. The LG Group is currently the biggest beauty conglomerate in Korea, and they're also the owners of the most successful Hanbang skincare brand out there, The History of Who. The History of Who is a brand with a very peculiar history. In 2003, the Korean government commissioned to the LG Group to create a heritage beauty brand based on traditional Korean beauty practices and gave them exclusive access to thousands of historical documents. The same year, LG established the WHO Oriental Medicine Skin Science Research Center, the first research center in Korea dedicated to Hanbang skincare. Over the years, the WHO Research Center went on to become the biggest authority in Korea on Hanbang dermatology. And to this day, most scientific papers we have on Hanbang skincare are produced by this center. Besides the History of WHO, LG also owns two great entry-level Hanbang skincare brands, Yeowardam and Suryoan. The great thing about these brands is that they're both formulated by the same research center that is working on the History of WHO. They're also manufactured in-house by LG, and they use high-quality ingredients from LG exclusive Hanbang supplier. So why are these brands more affordable than the History of Who? Well, it's partly because the R&D costs are mostly covered by the main moneymaker, but it's also because they use simple formulas with fewer and less premium ingredients. Still high quality, just less premium. To give you a quick example, one of the main active ingredients found in the Yevodam Once and Go line is an ingredient called wild simulated ginseng. As you might remember from my video on Korean ginseng, ginseng can be classified into cultivated ginseng or wild ginseng. The main difference between the two is the amount of active ingredients found in the plant. Wild ginseng contains around 10 times the amount of active ingredients found in cultivated ginseng. And for this reason, it's a lot more expensive than cultivated ginseng. Wild simulated ginseng is a middle ground between cultivated ginseng and wild ginseng. It consists of planting ginseng seeds in an environment where wild ginseng usually grows and allowing the plant to develop as naturally as possible. Wild simulated ginseng usually contains more active ingredients than cultivated ginseng, but not as much as real wild ginseng. And for this reason, the market price of wild simulated ginseng is slightly more affordable. In the Once and Go line, this type of ginseng is used along 11 other herbal ingredients to form a compound that is designed to replenish the skin's vital energy and address all signs of skin aging. The products in this line are formulated following the Monarch, Minister, Assistant and Envoy, which is the standard formulation method used in traditional Korean medicine. The formulas are also inspired by Cheonjin, which is an important theory in Korean medicine that translates to heaven, earth, human. And it says a person is only healthy when they live in harmony with the laws of nature. In the formula you can see a combination of 3 classes of ingredients. One that has the vital properties of heaven, one of earth, and one of humanity. Once and Go is my favorite line from Yevodam, and I like every single product in the line. But there's one product in particular I want to show you today, and it's the Once and Go Serum Concentrate. It's a recent release, and as soon as I tried it, it immediately reminded me of the History of Who Bishop Self-Generating Anti-Aging Concentrate, which is my favorite Korean serum of all time. Much like the Bishop Concentrate, the texture of this serum is very thick and almost honey-like. But once you start to apply it, it seeps right into the skin. The formula feels intensively hydrating and fills in skin gaps like a charm, making complexion extremely smooth and soft to the touch. In terms of long-term results, I've been using this product every day, morning and evening, for over 4 months, and I could definitely see an improvement in the moisture retention power of my skin, as well as an increase in elasticity. It doesn't make skin as bouncy as the Bishop Concentrate, but it's a close enough match. So if you always wanted to try the History of Who Bishop Concentrate, but you're not sure if it's really worth the investment, I think this is a great entry-level alternative. Next, I'd like to talk about Suryoan. Suryoan is a Hanban beauty brand launched by the LG Group in September 2003, 8 months later the History of Who. Compared to Yevodam, they use a little higher quality ingredients and more elaborate processing methods. And even in terms of prices, Suryoan is the perfect middle ground between Yevodam and the History of Who. So it's a brand to consider if you wanted to spend a little bit more without going completely premium. On my channel, I already talked about their stunning ginseng cream. But the Suryoan product I want to show you today is a cream that I consider nothing short of a masterpiece. It's been their best seller for 15 years, and it's one of the most loved anti-aging creams in the history of Korean beauty. I'm talking about the Yeobidam fermented cream. But what's so special about this product? Let's go back to the very beginning. When this cream was launched in February 2007, it made the headlines in Korea for being the first ever cosmetic product made using the original traditional Korean fermentation process. The main ingredient of this cream is wild ginseng, which was fermented for 100 days at a low temperature inside ongi pots. Are you familiar with kimchi? Kimchi is a traditional Korean dish made with salted fermented vegetables. Originally, kimchi is made inside large pots called ongi. These traditional pots have a very particular structure that allows oxygen to pass through and liquids to evaporate, making it ideal for fermenting all sorts of food. This technology has two main benefits. One, the fermentation process helps increase and enhance the active components of the original ingredients. And two, the microorganisms involved in the fermentation process help break down these active compounds into smaller molecules so they can be absorbed better by the skin. And you can really get a sense of this the moment you try this cream. The spreadability and absorption properties of this cream are some of the most outstanding I've ever experienced. If you look at the texture, you can see it's extremely rich and dense to the touch. These types of textures are great for dry skin, but oftentimes they have a tendency to sit on top of the skin when the formula is not that great. This cream, however, is simply incredible. It sinks right into the skin like a light moisturizer, but at the same time the formula is intensively nourishing and forms a thin elastic film on the surface of the skin that keeps it plump, elastic and deeply hydrated for the longest time. All I can say is that all my favorite anti-aging creams are by the history of Woo, and this is the only product from another brand that I consider at the same level of my Woo moisturizers. The third and last product I want to show you is not by an LG brand, but it's the Keum Sol Vitalizing Eye Cream by Missha. Missha is not technically a Hanbang beauty brand, but they do have some Hanbang skincare lines in their catalog, and I wanted to include them in this video to show you that even smaller companies can make good quality Hanbang skincare products if they follow the right approach. If we take this eye cream for example, the formula is based on two authentic recipes found in the Donggibogam, which is the most important medical text of traditional Korean medicine. First, we have a compound called Giyun, which helps improve the circulation of vital energy. And secondly, we have Cheonggeum-cho, a remedy designed to reinvigorate a body that is lacking nutrients. And I truly think these two elements make a huge difference in the formula. This is one of the few eye creams I used that made a noticeable difference for my skin compared to a regular moisturizer. By nourishing and boosting circulation in the eye area, this product works wonders to reduce the appearance of dark circles and smooth out first wrinkles. It's truly a product that could persuade even the most stubborn eye cream skeptic. I recommended this eye cream to many of you in private, and I've always received amazing feedback after a few months. So I figured this could be a great opportunity to finally feature this product on my channel. I hope you enjoyed this mini-series on Hanbang skincare, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for staying with me in 2021, and I'll see you next year.